Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chicago PD's Ruzek actor previews one Chicago crossover and reveals which character he spends the most time with. Patrick John Pfluger, who plays Adam Ruzek on Chicago PD, reveals new details about the upcoming One Chicago crossover event. Chicago PD is part of the One Chicago franchise, which also includes Chicago Fire and Chicago Med. Known for its compelling storylines and complex characters, One Chicago brings viewers into the heart of the city's emergency services, focusing on the personal and professional lives of its characters. Over the years, the One Chicago franchise has seen multiple crossovers that have brought together characters from all series. The latest crossover event will premiere on January 29. In a recent interview with TV Insider, Pfluger provided further insight into the next One Chicago crossover's direction, stating that this event will be more grounded than previous crossovers. Rather than focusing solely on rescue sequences, the crossover will delve into the relationships between the characters, providing new perspectives on their personal connections. Check out his comments below. In response to a question about who Ruzek spends the most time with, Pfluger also mentioned that he and Miranda Ray Mayo, who portrays Lieutenant Stella Kidd in Chicago Fire, had a great time working together, as they share a strong personal bond off-screen. He said, "The latest crossover event marks a seminal moment for the franchise by bringing together characters from Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, and Chicago Med. The central event of the three-part episode, a gas explosion trapping people inside a high-rise, sets a precedent for an intense, multi-layered crisis." However, Pfluger's emphasis on the character-driven nature of the event suggests that the emotional stakes will be just as significant as the physical ones for the entourage of characters, offering a more intimate look at the relationships between the first responders. For Pfluger's Adam Ruzek, a One Chicago crossover provides a new opportunity to interact more closely with Stella Kidd, a character he has not shared extensive scenes with in the past. Their partnership seems to be a key element of the event, giving a chance to see new facets of both characters. A shift toward exploring established relationships across the series points toward the interconnectedness of the One Chicago universe, where characters from different departments are often in close contact due to the nature of their work. Over the past 5 years, One Chicago crossovers have featured other significant events, such as another 3-part episode in 2019 titled Infection, which featured a bioterror attack, and a 2017 episode titled Fake, where Chicago PD and Chicago Fire came together to fight a devastating warehouse fire. These plotlines have demonstrated the professional interdependence of the teams in Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, and Chicago Med. The character-driven focus of a new One Chicago crossover is an up-to-date and exciting approach for the universe. While previous crossovers have often leaned heavily on dramatic action, this event promises to offer a deeper, more emotional exploration of the One Chicago characters' relationships. Ruzek's scenes with Kidd are particularly intriguing, as they offer a new dynamic between two characters who have a personal relationship outside the series. This thematic shift could provide a more impactful experience for viewers, displaying the heart of the One Chicago series. Chicago PD star Patrick John Pfluger, best known for his role as Adam Ruzek, is no stranger to high-stakes action, intense drama, and explosive crossovers within the One Chicago universe. With another highly anticipated multi-show event on the horizon, Pfluger recently sat down to preview what fans can expect and to reveal which character he spends the most time with on and off set. A crossover to remember. For fans of Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, and Chicago Med, crossovers are always a thrilling time. These episodes bring together some of television's most beloved first responders, creating heart-stopping moments that keep audiences on the edge of their seats. Pfluger teases that this upcoming crossover is particularly personal for Ruzek, giving the intelligence officer a rare opportunity to showcase his deep commitment to the job and his team. "Every time we do a crossover, it just feels bigger, bolder, and more intense," Pfluger says. "This one? It's got everything. The stakes are sky-high. It's one of those situations where multiple teams have to come together, and Ruzek finds himself right in the middle of it all." While Fluger remains tight-lipped about specific plot details, he hints at an emotional undercurrent running through the crossover. There are a lot of heavy moments, especially for Ruzek, he explains. He's got this sense of duty, but when things start hitting closer to home, it becomes much more than just another case. Bonding on and off set. When asked about the one Chicago actor he spends the most time with, Fluger doesn't hesitate. Leroyce Hawkins, he says with a grin, referring to the actor who plays Kevin Atwater. We've been working together for so long now that it's just second nature. We have this rhythm, this unspoken understanding of how the other works. Fans have long adored the camaraderie between Ruzek and Atwater. Their dynamic on-screen is one of the most cherished friendships in Chicago PD, often showcasing a perfect blend of humor, loyalty, and mutual respect. Fluger reveals that this chemistry isn't just for show. Leroyce is one of the best dudes I know, he says. We click so well, because we genuinely enjoy each other's company. We'll be on set between takes just joking around, but the moment the cameras roll, we know exactly how to bring out the best in each other's performances. Fluger also shares that he and Hawkins often grab food together after long filming days. We've got our go-to spots. If we're shooting in the city, we'll find a good place to eat, unwind, and talk about everything from work to life. We don't just leave our friendship at the studio doors. A deeper look at Ruzek's journey. As Chicago PD continues to evolve, so does Adam Ruzek. From his early days as a brash and impulsive recruit to his current role as a seasoned and battle-tested officer, Ruzek has faced countless challenges. Fluger acknowledges that this character growth is something he's immensely proud of. Ruzek has changed so much over the years, he reflects. He's been put through the ringer. He's had to make some really tough choices, and not all of them have been the right ones. But what I love about him is that he keeps pushing forward. He cares deeply about his team, about the people he serves, and that's never changed. One of the defining aspects of Ruzek's storyline has been his relationship with Kim Burgess, played by Marina Squarciati. Fans have followed the pair through ups and downs, heartbreaks, and tender reunions. Fluger teases that the upcoming episodes, especially in the crossover, will give fans some much-needed insight into where Ruzek and Burgess currently stand. Look, Ruzek and Burgess, they're complicated, he laughs. But at the end of the day, there's so much love there. They've been through hell and back together, and that doesn't just go away. One Chicago's tight-knit family. While Chicago PD is its own entity, the One Chicago universe operates as a well-oiled machine, with cast members frequently crossing over into each other's worlds. Fluger credits the seamless chemistry between actors to the deep-rooted friendships that extend beyond filming. When you work on a show like this with the same people for so many years, they become your family, he says. We all support each other, whether we're on PD, Fire, or Med, and the crossovers really emphasize that. It's always fun stepping into each other's worlds. The actor also shares a behind-the-scenes secret. Anytime we're filming a crossover, there's this unspoken competition about which show gets to pull off the coolest stunt or the wildest moment. But at the end of the day, it's all love. Looking ahead. As Fluger gears up for more gripping storylines, he promises that fans will be in for a wild ride. We're pushing boundaries. We're diving deeper into these characters and their relationships. And this crossover? It's going to be one that people will be talking about for a long time. With Ruzek's loyalty being tested, his friendships strengthened, and his place in intelligence more vital than ever, it's safe to say that Chicago PD fans are in for an unforgettable experience. Whether it's tackling high-risk cases or deepening his bond with his closest allies, Adam Ruzek is ready for whatever comes next, and Patrick John Fluger can't wait for viewers to see it all unfold.